Hello, welcome back to the Football Terrace. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Smash the living daylights out of that like button for us. Please make sure you subscribe and turn the bell notifications on. That way, you know when we go live with news, transfer stories, and whatever else we're talking about in the football spectrum. Big shout out to all of our new subscribers. 1,000 brand new subscribers in the last 24 hours. Absolutely massive thank you to each and every single person that has made that has done that, has made that possible. That means you liking and sharing this video has done that as well. We're here to talk Chelsea again. We're talking Chelsea again. Here we go. Ben Chilwell deal done, agreed, over the line. There were some issues surrounding a heel injury. That's been assessed. Chelsea are going to push on ahead with this deal. £50 million, £190,000 per week, 5-year contract for Ben Chilwell, making him one of maybe the highest paid fullback in the Premier League. That goes in with a anything ranging from £250,000 to £300,000 a week contract for Kai Havertz. The free signing of Thiago Silva, and on top of that, Malang Sarr, free transfer maybe being picked up. Very young, very talented football player. Chelsea are in conversations with him right now, trying to finalize that deal. And very strong sources suggest the player is going to accept. What a madness Chelsea Football Club are pulling off this summer. It's an interesting one because so many of these players play in positions of academy individuals I was told for months were the future of Chelsea. But Chelsea don't care about that. Chelsea have no care about that whatsoever. Ooh. Listen to this update on Koulibaly coming a little bit later as well. But this is what Fabrizio said about the Sarr situation. He says Chelsea are in talks today with the agent of Sarr to decide. The player will decide soon if he is going to sign for them as a free agent. If Chelsea will sign Sarr, they'd consider loaning him out. So he may not be a player that they necessarily play straight away. Tomori's being considered for a loan move out of Chelsea as well. But it's a real interesting transfer window for Chelsea. They, for me, are just absolutely killing it. I can't even lie to you. As a Man United fan, I am frustrated right now. It's annoying me what Chelsea are doing purely as a rival. Like if I take my biased Man United glasses off, I'm like, that's cool. Well done, Chelsea. Congratulations. Proper club being run well. Rare. The Man United fan in me wants to smash my head through a screen. The Man United, listen, I got called old today. Some fool on Instagram is like, you're old, right? I feel old today. I feel old and tired and bored and angry. That's how I feel. Kai joined us on the line now. Kai, Chelsea fan. Ben Chilwell, he's going to be, or he is essentially a Chelsea player. Sarr in the making, possibly a goalkeeper. Does this transfer window just keep getting better and better and better for you?
Yeah, but I kind of want Chelsea to calm down. It's we're potentially starting a whole new team. And it's that team is going to take some time to gel. And I don't want to throw money in place that we don't need. I'm happy with the way that we improved the attack, because we did need in the last 5 seasons we had the least amount of goals from the top 6, so we did need that attack revamp. But as far as just Sarr is a good business wise, because we're gonna buy him and we're gonna loan him out and then get profit on him. Like we've been doing on a lot of unfortunate individuals. You know what I mean? That think they're going to actually play for Chelsea, but they never actually get to play for Chelsea. And as far as Chilwell, I want to call out all the Arsenal fans. Tini is better than Chilwell. Tini has 1 assist and 1 goal in 15 appearances or something like that. Chilwell has 3 goals and 3 assists. So all this, but as usual, they always up their players' bargains.
Listen, but that's rivals. Do you know what I mean? We'll see next. Look, Kieran Tierney is a quality left back. There's no doubt. But I also like Ben Chilwell. It's going to be an interesting battle. I think when players are all at elite clubs, that's when the cream rises to the top. That's when you really can. And I mean, no disrespect to Leicester or any of the clubs outside the traditional top 6. It's when they're at those clubs you see how good they are, because they have to then contend with pressure. They have to then contend with being expected to. When you're a Chelsea player, an Arsenal player, a United player, the expectation is you win every game. Now, we know that that isn't plausible, but it's the expectation of fans, and it's how you handle it mentally. That's going to, technically, there's no issue with Ben Chilwell. He is good enough to warrant £50 million. He is good enough to be the highest paid. So if someone's got a really noisy background, please. He warrants that. There's no doubt about it. It's just whether or not he can handle the pressure of being a Chelsea player. We've seen others fail in the past in relation to doing that. We've added Prime to the call. Prime, what do you want to say? Ben Chilwell's in. Sarr might be confirmed next. I mean, did you expect this many players to come in, especially with how good all your wonderful, talented youth players are?
We're doing a madness. I did not expect all of this. Especially, I didn't expect all of this to happen. People talking about our wonderful youth and stuff like that. Like Mount and Tammy, as of right now, they're good enough to be a backup, but not to be the leading men. So Tomori, I'm surprised about, because this season he looked like I know there's overhype about him, but he did look like a really good centre back. And then Frank took him out for some reason when Rudiger came back because of experience. And then that's when we started to see how shaky the whole defense was. And it looks like Tomori will go out on loan in France somewhere, and we're bringing in Malang Sarr. And I don't know if he's going to be part of this team or if he will be part of our loan army revamp.
Well, there's talk about loaning him out as well. What's interesting for me is, again, if you're one of the academy players that got a fair bit of game time this year, if you're loaned out now, you're done at Chelsea, in my opinion, because you've tested, your foot's been dipped in the water. Does that make sense? And if you're good enough, there isn't any points. How old is Tomori?
Like 19.
He's at 21.
19, 18.
Okay, so I've heard 19, 18, and 21. There's big differences. Let's just go to the
22,
internet.
Sorry, 22.
Okay, so my point, he's 22, right?
19.
He's 22. I always feel if you're not at 22, at a latest 23, involved in your match day squads and playing at your club at the elite level, I think you're pretty much done. I can't think of a player at one of the elite end clubs who at 22, 23 wasn't playing. And a few people saying he got injured. Yeah, he did get injured, but if he's going to be loaned out, he hasn't shown Lampard enough to warrant keeping him. If he was 18, 19, I can understand the loaning out, but I think he's pretty much done as an example. If any other one of these academy players are moved out, I don't think they're going to get much more of an opportunity in the future. It's as simple as that for me. It's the same as, everyone keeps talking about Mount. Mount will stay in the team. Well, if Mount stays in the team, that does then mean that Loftus-Cheek is going to get even less game time. So you can't, and this isn't even salt, this is facts. You can't fit all these new signings in and all your academy players in to the team at the same time. It's it's a mathematical impossibility.
The thing is that people I hear you speaking about the youth and all that. Why wouldn't Lampard play the youth last season? I know people are starting to compare, this is one of Havertz. Why wouldn't you spend money on a generational talent? Is that people want us to do one and then they want us to do the other? At the end of the day, Chelsea want to see success. If that means with youth, it's youth. If not, it is what it is. We've never used youth that much before.
Bro,
if you're good enough, you're old enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but bro, I agree with you. My kind of pulling on this thread is Chelsea fans that were telling me, "Wow, look at our academy players. Wow, look how good they are."
We're proud of them.
I get that, but I had Chelsea fans telling me Loftus-Cheek is as good as Paul Pogba, but he ain't gonna. How? If you had a Paul Pogba and a Mason Mount,
how do they know that? He lives in the hospital. He had barely
played. But you're literally proving my point. You're proving my point. If Tomori was the next John Terry, if Tammy was the next Drogba, if Mount was the next Frank Lampard, if Loftus-Cheek was as good as Paul Pogba, if Gilmour was going to be as good as Kante, if all these players were as good as Chelsea fans told us they were all season, you wouldn't be buying this many players this summer. You wouldn't be doing both at the same time.
I agree with you, Terry, but we're not the board. And we used the players last season and we came fourth. Our team was very average last season. Very average. Very average team. We came fourth. We were the best of a bad bunch. And you guys only, in offense to you guys, you guys' team on paper is better than ours, and we finish in the same points. Our depths are better, but our team overall is average. You compare that to this season, we include Mount in there for depth and Abraham. We'll do a lot better.
Of course, bro. But you're literally,
yeah.
you're literally. I feel like we're agreeing here, but maybe missing the point with one another. That's my whole point. I know your players are not good enough to make you champions of England again. They're good enough to get you in the top 4. They're good enough to go on good runs in cup competitions. They're not good enough to make you champions of England, which is why you needed to buy more.
Or the Champions League, you know.
Yeah,
we don't want FA Cup.
The frustrating element for me is that I've had to listen to 2 things this year that have annoyed me. One, the media thorn over Chelsea's academy as though you've been bringing through players for the last 20 years like you're the conveyor belt on the generation game. And secondly, Chelsea fans comparing very talented young lads to legends of Chelsea and legends of the Premier League and belittling current top stars. You know, there was talk, by the way, go back to November, go back on Twitter and just search Tomori's name in around October, November time. There were calls for him to be starting for England. There were calls for Tammy to be in the England team over Kane. Mad.
To be fair to Tomori,
Who said that?
Just Chelsea fans, Chelsea fans.
Terry's right. No, Terry is right. Terry's right, because I remember.
I don't think a lot of Chelsea fans are saying that though.
But
there was loads of
when I first came on, I told you what I think about you. I think they're good now as a solution. But if a Chelsea team in any other season lost 12 games a season, that manager would be sacked in a heartbeat. Mm-hmm. But luckily for Lampard, I'm gonna be objective here. People can say what they want, blah blah blah, and start crying. Right. But the fact of the matter is, in any other season, Chelsea lost 12 games. Lampard would be sacked long time ago. So we are the best out of a bad bunch. You know what I mean?
All right, cool, guys. Let's move the conversation on a little bit now. We've been on this for a while. Monstar has joined us. Monstar, what do you want to say, mate?
I'm going to speak on the behalf of the champions elect.
This guy, Monster.
Come on.
In terms of Tomori, yeah, I'm kind of surprised that he's going on loan, because I feel like he would have complemented Thiago Silva in terms of he has, the pace that will be needed to play next to a Thiago Silva, and Thiago Silva brings the leadership and everything else.
He doesn't have the longevity, Monster. He's always injured. He's basically a Ruben Loftus-Cheek as a defender. You know what I mean?
You talk about Tomori.
Tomori.
Yeah, that's the only thing that surprised me. But as with concern to Malang Sarr, he looks good as well, but I support him going out on loan. He's probably going to be out on loan for like a year or 2 years if he does come into, the first team. We'll see in it. We'll see. But we do have a lot of young.
I think Zuma's our best centre back with Silva. I think Zuma complements Silva perfectly. He's got the pace, the power.
Could complement him,
and he showed his form then in the season. Yeah, he showed his form.
I think any of our centre backs will complement Silva, barring I don't know about Rudiger, but Christian.
No. Christensen actually would come. I think the problem with Rudiger is he needs that experienced
100%
leader beside him to drag him through. Like Liverpool are linked with Rudiger. I think that would be a good signing. As someone
the problem with Rudiger is he plays for Chelsea. He shouldn't be playing for Chelsea. He should be playing for Roma. He's not good enough. I'm tired of people are like, oh, let's put this near him. Let's put this near him. No. If you're good enough, you will make anyone look good. Look at Van Dijk.
Yeah, that's true. But you know the reason why we have Rudiger? Because
couldn't get Van Dijk.
The second season with Antonio Conte, we didn't go for our first choice targets. That's why we have Rudiger, Saba Costa, Bakayoko.
Yeah, Morata. Average players, man. That's the thing. And we use Rudiger as our pivotal defender. That's the problem. Like, now we've got Silva, he won't be used as our leadership quality now. It'll be Silva's job to do that. And I think that'll help Rudiger, because he isn't that. I know he shouts and he's doing his job or whatnot, but he's not that good at that stuff. I think that's why.
For Gimenez next season, I would go. Gimenez is basically crying for Chelsea.
They're already going for another Rudiger-esque defender, someone who's average.
Yeah. Average player. What's the point? Might as well use Zuma.
Gimenez is average. Oh man.
Yeah.
You don't watch football.
No, I do, but he excels because he plays under Simeone in that defensive.
And also you can't. And also another thing I always say to everyone, you can't judge a player until they put on Chelsea and play for the club. So you can't instantly tell him he'll be better. You've never seen him play in the Premier before. So
I've
I
seen
can
him
only
play
say
in the
that about
Champions League
Silva.
before,
No. It's not
Yeah.
even about not playing in the Prem. It's the fact that we play completely different styles of football. That he hasn't played the type of style that we play, where we're going to be exposed defensively.
Can I just quickly say this to Chelsea fans? Chelsea fans, we have to be honest and admit it. Mount this 2-8 thing or a 2-striker thing with Tammy and Werner playing on the left or playing a 4-4-2 in that sense. It's not happening. It's a myth. You might get the 1 or 2 games where it happens.
Whoever said that?
On Twitter, Chelsea fans on Twitter were saying
a lot
Werner
of the
would
big
be off the left, or he'd be playing as a
That
second
is
striker.
so stupid. No, it'll be 4-2-3-1. It'll be the 2 competition Kante, Havertz and Cam, Zier, Pulisic run up front, Abraham off the bench. Mount could start as well. The Kovacic is out of form. That's simple.
I need to address something on the internet right now. I have tweeted James Ducker today because somebody sent me a direct message on Instagram telling me that I can't say who by. They've been briefed by somebody at a newspaper that there's going to be some kind of movement around the Sancho thing in the next few days. He told me that James Ducker is going to be the journalist that potentially is going to be.
You guys are making
one second, please. Let me finish. This is very serious. I need to address this right now on the internet live. So they told me that James Ducker would potentially be the journalist that would be announcing this. I've taken that information. I have tweeted James Ducker asking him to send me a direct message because I want to confirm whether it's true. I might have had about 20 different people now DM me saying, is it positive or negative? I've responded fairly similarly to everybody and said, it's positive if true, if that makes sense. If it isn't true, then there's no news. Someone's taken a screenshot of that conversation, one of these direct messages, and it's from an account. It's literally from an account called In the Know _ Premier League, right? Now, I've not actually had a direct message from that account, which is very, very weird. Like, I literally haven't had a message from this account that I've supposedly sent a direct message to. I've just gone into my direct message. No one called Premier League In the Know has even direct messaged me. But Dorothy Devil from the United Stand is now telling everybody that I own these fake In the Know accounts. He's putting up tweets from these fake agent accounts. Supposedly these things and me, it's really interesting that whenever the Football Terrace goes through a nice bit of growth or does really, really well, people from the United Stand go onto the internet and quite literally make up lies about me. So first and foremost, the Premier League In the Know account, I have no idea who this is. And if I have sent them a direct, think about this logically. If I run Premier League In the Know account and I've direct messaged myself, how has somebody been able to take a screenshot of a direct message between 2 accounts that only I own? Could someone tell me how it's actually possible for that to happen? Because nobody else would see the DM, would they? If I own both accounts. So even if I don't remember responding to an account, maybe someone's changed the name of their account after direct messaging me. I'm going to go back and look at that now. But for Dorothy Devil and for the United Stand to be on the internet right now, taking whether it's a real DM or not, spreading fake lies about me is an absolute disgrace. An absolute disgrace to be doing that. And let me reiterate this again. If I own this In the Know Premier League account and I've direct messaged myself, how has anybody got a screenshot of it? How is it even plausible that somebody's got a screenshot of that? Makes absolutely no
weird that United
sense.
Are running that. It's kind of weird.
It's an absolute madness. I have no idea. I mean, for me, I'm laughing at this in the sense of they do this all the time. They make up and pretend that I run these fake accounts online. It's an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. And if they want to come out and show me how they know it's me, find me the person. Dorothy Devil, you've taken a picture. Someone sent you this picture. Who sent it to you? I want to know who sent it because it's impossible for someone to have taken a picture of a DM if I own both accounts. Secondly, you're spreading lies about me on the internet, which is an absolute disgrace. An absolute disgrace to be doing that. It really, really is. And I'm calling them out now. If you've got any proof that these accounts belong to me, show it. But you don't have any. Absolute disgrace that the people are putting this out there. And I know what I'm going to do about it, yeah, but I just wanted to address that because a lot of people in the comments, I didn't even know because I've got all these man blocked and I'm now being sent screenshots of these things from people. I just wanted to address that absolute disgrace of a YouTube channel to be doing that. Absolute disgrace. Anyway.
Childish, mate.
And that is actually all I'm going to say on the matter. Just absolute disgrace. Absolute. Do you know what's mad about it, right? You literally got a channel that I praise all the time on here. Nearly 1 million followers. They've got one of the best fan channels in the world that go on the internet and tell lies about me on a very regular basis. That I got these fake accounts. It's an absolute disgrace that they're doing it. And do you know what? I've met some of these people face to face. Nothing but kindness to my face. There we go. That's what he did. That's absolutely disgraceful.
Where is it? Where did he tweet that out from?
From his account. I can't see his account because I'm no, I blocked him. I don't know if he's. I'm sure he's blocked me. But if you're going to accuse me of something on the internet, at least at me. And it happened about a year ago as well. There was a Portuguese or a Spanish journalist. I can't remember the guy's name. It was Martinez or somebody else. They did it then last summer when the channel was doing well. They did it a few years before that with something Rodriguez. Literally every year when the channel goes through growth, they put out a lie that I'm running these fake accounts. They do it every single year. It's a madness. And imagine this. Imagine running the biggest Man United and one of the biggest football YouTube channels in the world, but being bothered what little old me's doing and then making up lies about it as well. They know they're lying. Show me who sent you the direct message. And if it's, show me. You must be able to prove it. Someone has sent it to you. Show me who they are. I'll have it out with them. We'll go from there. But I had to call it out because for me, it's a disgrace. And you know, do you know what's funny? I literally watched a show from somebody involved with the United Stand the other day talking about mental health, talking about how their struggles have been with mental health. How, you know, they'll always tweet about mental health awareness, mental health this, be kind to people. But yet the same people think that it's acceptable to go on the internet, make lies up about people and cause hate for them, to cause people to now come and abuse me, to cause people to come in here and challenge me. But yet they pretend they care about mental health and social justice and all of this. Disgraceful people. Do you know what? I'm giving them 12 hours to reach out to me about this. Otherwise, I will take matters absolutely serious. I'm not talking anything stupid. I'm talking, I'll take it seriously because it's the final time now I'm taking this from them to sit on the internet and make lies up about me. Clearly one of them has sent a direct message from a fake account they own. All I've done is respond saying the news is positive, if true. Literally, I haven't responded to someone saying, yeah, I've been told this. I sat down with Woodward yesterday. We had a cup of tea. I've literally said, if the news is true, then it's positive. I've even gone to the supposed source before even talking about it because I try and get my facts straight and they want to spread lies about me. You know, someone here said, this is the game, Terry. Now, it ain't the game to go on the internet and lie about people. Call me out for my opinions. Call me out for my channel. Call me out for the clickbait. But don't go on the internet and spread lies about me that are unverified. When and even when your evidence falls down in front of you, I'll repeat one more time. If I'm sending direct messages to myself, how can anyone else see them and take screenshots? How can anybody else see them and take screenshots? It is an absolute, it's impossible. I'm just fuming about it because I cannot stand people that do that to other individuals. But listen, people, I appreciate all the support from my viewers, but it's a disgrace. And do you know what the most annoying thing is? Like, no one, like, do you know what? I'm not even going to get in any further because I'll end up doing something I regret. Anyway, go on, boys. Carry on your conversation.
Yeah, it is slanderous, isn't it? At the end of the day, man. You know, it's discrediting you in any way, shape, or form, isn't it?
You know, the bit that winds me up is that it's like there's no need for it. That there's like, I don't even understand that my name is on the direct message that someone's posted out as a screenshot. But so what? I mean, I'm literally telling the truth. I've been told some information. I've gone to a journalist. Someone said to me, "Is it?" I've also chatted to Jan about it. I messaged him asking. I actually sent it to him asking if he's heard the information. You know, I do this when people tell me stuff. I'm like, have you heard this is true? What do you think about this? And if a fan or a viewer or a follower messages me saying, oh, what's the news? I've not even told anyone what it is because I don't want to put it out there because it's so specific. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. But for me, it's one of those moments where you feel like I haven't even done anything wrong. It isn't even, you know, and if you think I'm running this fake Premier League in the know account, cool. But show me some proof, bruv. Show me some damn proof. Like, it's an absolute madness. And you know what? It might just be Drury. It might not be any other boys that are over there. But I'm quite close with a lot of people that work on the United Stand. We get on well. And this is the thing. They'll all sit there in silence. But I know when there's a really big, I know when there's a really big thing that goes on social media. So when they're all talking about mental health and awareness, they'll all be retweeting it and liking it and saying, yeah, we should do that. But yet they're okay to sit there and support a platform that continually spreads lies about me on the internet. What about my mental health? What about if I go away from this now, get stressed with all the abuse and do something hard to myself? What then? What are people going to say then? you're still going to sit there and just stand back and say nothing and have no backbone because you're scared about not being on a particular platform. That's what's wrong with it for me. And I would challenge anybody that spreads lies about other individuals. I'm fuming. I'm absolutely fuming about these hypocrites. And that's what it comes down to. The hypocrisy of these people is absolute madness. And all these big, gigantic other YouTube channels that partner with them and work with them, all these brands that partner with them and work with them, what would they make of this? But I don't really care because no one actually cares about any of the things that they promote around mental health awareness and this type of stuff. They just care about looking good. It's just, it drives me nuts.
Facts. That's a fact.
Anyway, I'm going to calm myself down now.
Terry, you should try not to, and I know it's hard me say, like people, whenever people are, doing well and they're winning, people always try to bring them down. So you should try not to let stuff like this, bother you, because it only shows that it's a compliment. It only shows that you're doing well.
You're doing something right. Exactly. Ignore them. People are gonna do this in life. When people are doing well, you're gonna get haters, you're gonna get people trying to bring you down, berate you, but just use it to feed you on. Like, you're not 150k. I would be proud of that if that was me. So
I appreciate that. I'm very proud of what we've achieved here. And that isn't. It's never in question. I know a lot of people saying it's not the United stand. It's Dorothy Devil. He works for them. As far as I'm concerned, and I'm saying the whole thing, but they've all done it in the past, and I appreciate that. It's more just a case of, you know what? I have my personal gripes with certain people. I've apologized in the past for taking those things public to man's face. For me, it's dropped, and then every so often they just bring it back up again, more lies about me, and it's for me, it's completely and utterly unacceptable to do that, because it's damaging towards someone's psyche and their mental health, and these people seem to think it's okay. But there we go. Listen, boys, I appreciate you all coming on the stream. Everyone who's tuned in, thank you. Please smash that like button for us, and we'll chat to you all again very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.